At this very moment, in 2024, right now, I think it's safe to say that American automakers are leading the industry. They're just at the top. I genuinely don't remember the last time that a bad, controversial car came out of America, specifically from Dodge, Chevy, and Ford. Even when the controversial cars do come out, like the Ford Mustang Mach-E and maybe the Dodge Hornet, I feel like these brands have always just come back with something 100 times more worth. First, it was Dodge. At the beginning of last year, everyone was sad, cursing out Dodge for ending their flagship model and to move on to an electric car. And out of nowhere, they just dropped this bombshell on us. The Dodge Demon 170, which was a shock to everyone who just even has the slightest interest in cars. And then you have Ford earlier this year revealing a GT3 style Mustang, which who would have thought Ford themselves would drop a track-focused Mustang. And now just a few days ago, Chevy announced a 1064 horsepower ZR1. What is going on with America? All these releases lately has made me feel more and more patriotic as the days have gone by. But actually, with all bias aside, I want to deep dive into why I feel like American brands are doing everything the right way at this very moment. Don't worry, as big of an American car fan that I actually am, I'm gonna make this video with no bias. I'm not gonna glaze, I'm just gonna present you with straight facts. American muscle cars have always been synonymous with raw power and just overall performance. They've always been known for unnecessarily large engine displacements that weren't the most practical, but in all honesty, that's what we loved about them. These cars have always simply represented freedom, but in recent years, the whole automotive industry has just been hit extremely hard. They faced a lot of pressure from emission laws and just overall the global push to electrification. I honestly feel like this whole emission laws and all that, I feel like it's just a tricky topic to cover. We all know that these regulations are designed to reduce pollution and fight against climate change, which is of course essential, but many car guys are actually giving crap to these automakers who are just following these laws, when if you look at the bigger picture, all they're doing is trying to help out the environment. But I also do think in the sense of the car community and just the overall industry itself, these laws present significant challenges for the automakers as well. It makes it harder to produce traditional high horsepower gasoline powered cars. But what I'm trying to emphasize in this video is despite all these challenges, all these laws, all these emissions, American automakers like Dodge, Ford, and Chevy are still managing to produce all these high horsepower machines without an electric or hybrid assist. Just big V8s with raw power like they've always given us for many years now. I'm not 100% sure if the laws are just stricter in Europe and less and more lenient in America, but I don't think emission laws mean you have to kill your whole brand. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Let's start with the earliest of the three cars that I actually want to cover in this video. The Dodge Demon 170, which is an absolute beast of a car. It was announced at the beginning of 2023 and it took everyone by surprise. Everyone was shocked because even with how strict the laws were at the time, Dodge still dropped this car. The Demon 170 has a 6.2 liter V8 engine that we're all familiar with and it delivers 1025 horsepower. It is claimed it could go from 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds, even though I've never seen one actually do that, but those are still some insane stats. No hybrid, no electrical assist, just pure American power. This car represents the pinnacle of what Dodge can achieve, and the market reception has been incredibly positive. I don't think I've seen one person hate on this car, and I think it's well deserved. And then we have Ford, which earlier this year they revealed the Ford Mustang GTD, and it's just nothing short of perfection in my opinion. This car was built for the track, which I'm pretty sure stems from its GT3 racing heritage, and it features the 5.2 liter supercharged V8 engine producing over 800 horsepower. Again, no hybrid or electrical assist, none of those shenanigans, just straight supercharged V8. That's what I meant. It's just pure gasoline power designed to focus on strictly driving experience, like Ford has done for many years now. And just like Dodge, the market loved it. The people love this car because it's something that Mustang typically doesn't do. Like when do you ever see Mustang come out with a race car? They're stepping out of their bubble and actually improving rather than downgrading. Like take notes, BMW. But you guys know what car is next. I'm sure you do. The main reason I'm even making this video, to be quite honest with you. So I was shitting on little kids on Modern Warfare 3 the other day, and I go on my phone and hop on TikTok, and the first thing I see is that the C801 got leaked. Honestly, I thought it was cap because when I saw those stats, the things that happened to me are inexplainable. Got off the game instantly and set up my camera to record a video. I'm all happy thinking I'm gonna be the first to drop a video, and then I just check on YouTube. For whatever reason, I open YouTube and check. Come to find out, every single automotive content creator and their grandmother has dropped 12 videos each concerning this car. So I just never bothered to click record on the camera. I mean, a twin turbo V8 producing over 1000 horsepower? Huh? I'm telling you, American car brands have been on one lately, and if these three cars don't prove it, I don't know what will. I'm just so happy to call myself a Chevy fanboy because they never disappoint. You never catch Chevy making a Corvette that's slower than the last generation. You see how stupid that sounds? But now, let's actually compare these American cars to some of their international counterparts. And let's see how they hold up, because people are trying to say that these American cars aren't what they seem, but let's just compare them. Let's start with Mercedes and let's take a look at their spotlight car at the moment, the W206 AMG C63. I've already made a whole detailed video about both these cars I'm gonna mention, so I'm not even gonna bother going into detail about them, but I'm sure you're aware of the new 4-cylinder hybrid C63. If you were to watch my last video, pretty much my whole main point about this car is that the 4-cylinder C63 didn't deserve the nameplate. It didn't deserve to be called a 63 model, but I do think it's a great car for sure. And no, I'm not comparing this car to the GTD, the Corvette, and the Demon 170. These are completely different leagues of cars. I'm comparing how the brand is taking a step into the wrong direction. Same thing with the BMW and how they released a whole new M5 slower than the previous generation. How do you release a car that looks worse, sounds worse, heavier by 1,000 pounds, and just performs worse than the last gen? That's gotta be a first for any car brand, cause ain't no way. The G90 M5 is a bit of a letdown. I don't know if it's a bit or if it's a lot, but it is a letdown after all. The new M5 weighs more than some modern pickup trucks. And when you take both these German car brands and compare them to the counterpart American brand, at least at their modern state, they're just not cutting it. And if they keep this up, maybe American cars would overshadow them if they haven't already. But realistically, after German and American cars are clashing this battle out, I still think Italian cars are on top. That's just me though. What do y'all think? What country at this current moment makes the best cars? I want to see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. I feel like this whole thing is just the fact that Dodge, Ford, and Chevy are dropping bombs, and BMW and Mercedes are dropping... they're just dropping. They're falling off. I didn't make this video to compare one brand to the other, but I rather made it to highlight what's going wrong with certain brands and what's actually going right with certain other brands. Like I said in the last video, I don't think Mercedes and BMW are all the way cooked. They just gotta listen. That's it. Just listen. On the other hand, Dodge, Chevy, and Ford are still proving that American automakers are on top of their game. Despite strict emission laws and the push for electrification, they're producing incredible high-performance cars without any hybrid or electric assist. The Dodge Demon 170, the Mustang GTD, and the Chevy CA-ZR1 are all proof of what can be achieved with passion, innovation, and commitment to performance. No shortcuts, just straight American power. I just felt like I should share my 2 cents. This isn't gonna be a long video by any means, but I thought I'd just turn on the camera and actually yap to you guys for once in my life. Because why not? If you do want to check out a more detailed video though, it should be on screen right about now. Click on that. I deep dive way more into these cars. But make sure you like, subscribe, join the Discord, road to 100K, blah blah blah. Until next time, my friends, take care.